All right, let's talk Bitcoin. It has been on an absolute roller coaster lately, right? If you're scratching your head wondering what's coming next, believe me, you are not alone. So, is this just a little blip, or are we looking at the start of a major move? We're going to dive into the charts and see what the pros are watching. So, let's get a snapshot. As of February 16th, 2026, we're looking at Bitcoin sitting at a cool $68,727. Now that number comes on the heels of a weekend that pretty much gave everyone whiplash. I mean, the price took a nosedive and then just shot right back up.
Okay, so with all that crazy movement, this is the big question on everyone's mind. Where do we go from here? Should we be hitting the brakes, or are we about to see another huge rally? Well, that's what we're here to figure out.
First things first, to know where you're going, you gotta know where you've been. And right now, man, the crypto market is a total roller coaster. Let's quickly break down the recent action that has everybody buzzing.
So, what happened was this. We got hit with a huge sell-off, and the price got dragged all the way down into the low $60,000 range. But then, just as quickly, the bulls stormed back in and pushed everything right back up, finding a new balancing point right around that $70,000 mark. And get this, the trading volume in just 24 hours jumped by 12%. That's a huge signal that the market is buzzing with activity. You've got buyers and sellers in a serious tug of war, and that's exactly what's causing all this price whiplash.
Okay, so this intense back and forth action has basically left the market standing at a crossroads. Everyone's looking around, trying to find some kind of sign, any clue that points to which way the price is going to break.
So how do you even begin to make sense of all this chaos? Well, analysts are basically like detectives, scouring the charts for patterns for key levels of support and resistance. We're going to look at two different perspectives that might just give us a peek into what's next for Bitcoin. All right, clue number one. This comes from a crypto trader named Ted Pillows. His whole take is that there are these specific price zones, think of them like battlegrounds, that will basically decide the market's next big move. And for Ted Pillows, the number to watch, the big one, is $72,000. He's saying that whatever Bitcoin does when it hits this price is going to be a massive clue about what happens next. So Ted Pillows has basically drawn us a map. That $72,000 level is the pivot. If we break above it, the next ceiling is somewhere between $76,000 and $80,000. But if we fall, we've got a safety net around $65,944 and an even deeper one at $64,421. Oh, and then there's this really interesting thing called the CME gap. So you're probably wondering, what on earth is a CME gap? Well, the easiest way to think about it is like a little space left on the chart. See, the big professional futures market closes over the weekend, but crypto trades 24/7. So if Bitcoin's price makes a big move while they're closed, it leaves a literal gap when they reopen. And for whatever reason, traders really believe the market tends to go back and fill that gap. For us, that can mean a little trip back down to about 68,800. Okay, on to our second clue. For this, we're looking at an analyst named Ali Charts. And he's doing something really interesting. He's looking at history for answers. Specifically, he's comparing what Bitcoin is doing right now to a pattern that happened in the S&P 500.
So check this out. It's a really cool comparison. On the left, you've got the S&P 500's path after a big drop, a sharp sell-off, a strong bounce, and then a slow, steady climb back up. Now look at Bitcoin on the right. It's already done the first two steps, the sell-off and the bounce. The million-dollar question now is, will it follow that third step and start climbing?
Now for Ali Charts, the key number is different. He's laser-focused on $75,000. He sees this as the line in the sand. What happens here could decide if the bull run keeps going or if we're in for a bigger drop.
And the key word he uses is reclaim. It's not enough to just poke its head above 75,000. Bitcoin needs to break through it and then hold it, turning what was a ceiling into a new floor. If it can pull that off, Ali Charts thinks that's a super bullish sign for a continued rally.
Okay, so we've looked at two really smart analysts with two slightly different takes. Let's pull it all together now and figure out what the big takeaway is.
This is a great little cheat sheet for what's going on. You've got Ted Pillows watching for that breakout above 72,000. Then you have Ali Charts who's waiting for Bitcoin to reclaim 75,000 as support. You know what's interesting is they're both looking for a bullish move. They're just watching for slightly different triggers.
So really, the market is perfectly balanced right now. It's like a classic tug-of-war. You have these strong support levels holding the price up from below, and you've got this heavy resistance pushing down from above. The next big move is just waiting for one of those sides to finally give. And that brings us right back to where we started, with the big question. We know the key numbers to keep an eye on now, 72K and 75K. The market is truly on a knife's edge. So is this the calm before a breakout, or are we about to see a fallback? We'll have to watch and see.